when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. We played up, played up, played up, played up.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter, and they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And here we go from New Orleans. Return starts from the goal line. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Penix gonna throw straight away. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Penix working from the gun. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Give them 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets them a 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
We'll go play action. Here's Penix. Mooney downfield, and he has it. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down.
23 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
Here we go, sack. 72.
Penix is going to throw again. Looks on the crosser. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. So that right there, Brock, exactly what you want to start off a contest.
Opening drives are such tone setters. You come out flat as a group, maybe go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, but here they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
And that's no good. I don't know if the snap and hold were clean, and he is not able to knock it through. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Set to return this. Trey Palmer. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. This is a heater going deep. Big gain downfield. And he has this to the opposing 35.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. Throwing now out of the shotgun. He gets it to Juwan Johnson. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
To the right, it's pulled in by Palmer. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Move the chain! Gotta move their chain! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Looking in the air here. This one's caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Oh, with how well he's slinging at this opening drive, Brock, not sure we expected to see an incompletion, but his perfect start ends at 5 for 5.
Yeah, kind of the feeling out process, right? I think you find this with defensive coordinators a whole bunch, trying to figure out what that script is on the other side. I have a sense there'll be some completions and incompletions along the way.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this first possession. It's 3rd and goal.
Set. Viking 18. Viking 18.
Pacheco. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Call it a gain of 2 that time, and it leaves him only a yard away on 4th and goal.
Well, these are the moments that I just live for up in the booth, man. What are you going to do as a play caller? You're going to go for it now? You're going to try to slam it in? Well, if so, you better get a whole lot more movement than he did right there.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Roll, roll, roll.
The play clock down to just 2 seconds, but we get a timeout call. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive.
Let's go. 7, bring it. Ready?
Here's Charbonnet. And this defense completes the goal line stand. What a start to their game as they get off the field with a turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Set. Check up.
Firing quickly is Penix, complete. A lot of mess on the move here. 40. Hits the 20. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 12-point game in the first. Kyle Pitts with the touchdown. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go.
Makes the score Falcons 13, Saints nothing. Joey Sly set to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. On the return, here's Palmer.
Trey Palmer on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
7, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That's a good find from the Alabama rookie, and that'll give him a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. The scoreboard reads 13-0. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10.
Panthers 60, Panthers 19, Mustang 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler, Dragon 60.
They'll go play action. He's going deep this time. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Set. 60 back. 6, 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18. Ready, ready.
They'll throw it. He's loaded another one up. He's got it. It's in close. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Pacheco will not score, and he's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
2nd and goal, they're going to throw. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
He's keeping it, gotta get it forward. And he gets in, touchdown! The Saints start to fight back with their first points of this game. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints get it back to within 6.
Falcons 13, Saints 7.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Liking 18. Go.
Penix here from the gun. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap. A give to Robinson. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
And the Falcons 1st down.
Penix on 1st down. Finds a man right side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Slot man motioned over. On 1st down, here's Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
Falcons 1st down. It's a gain of 10.
So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. More from Caesars Superdome in just a moment. First and 10 from the 43. From the shotgun, Penix. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. An option give to Robinson. And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read, and it winds up losing them 3 yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
5 men in the secondary for the Saints. 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. The 3rd down throw falls incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Ooh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. So that's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Watch the motion. Check. Warrior 17. Come 19. Go.
Working on 1st down. Built up. Pacheco loses it on the hit. The Falcons bring it in. Well, they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Short pass brought in. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
60 Eagles.
From the red zone now. Brought in. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons will add to their lead at the end of the half. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Two-point try coming. Penix and his offense getting set.
The Falcons will line up for the 2.
Sign quarterback run here. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
Falcons 21, Saints 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Danny Gray to return it. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or two short of it. And he's out along the 24-yard line. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. They'll throw it here on 1st. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
At the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
Back. Ready. And Cowboy, Mustang 19. 19 Lion.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He put everything he had into this one. That's caught at the 25. The Saints call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Sets them up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play.
Here we go, here we go. 19, 18. 18, Pioneer. Check, smash. Go get him, smash. Check, go.
First and 10, looking to throw. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Cougar 19. Go.
Throwing from the gun here. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Trying to find his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Dragon 60. Ready.
3rd and long, running throw. And they get to him again! And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. On the return, here's Palmer. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the set.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger.
Run from Pacheco to start the half. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Ready, ready.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Out wide here to come. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Falcons going nickel, 3rd down.
60 Bobcat. Set.
Throw here, 3rd down. Forced out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for them today.
So here's Jack Brownie to punt this one away. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Here's Penix. We look underneath here. Robinson. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
First down. First and 10 at the
Here's Robinson running the zone read. And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read, and it winds up losing them 3 yards. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
60 Eagles, 60, 79.
On second down, Robinson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Third and long for him here. That one's caught by Mooney. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
19, 18. 69, tracking 60.
Penix working from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yeah, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. To the air with Penix. Dump off caught by his back. Into the secondary past the 40. And he's going to be run out of bounds. A nice game, but this is why you don't want to be playing for behind the sticks, right? It is still second down coming up.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. Line up the design keeper. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
First down, Falcons.
He'll pass it this time. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10.
18, pioneer. Set up. Cut.
Now Penix off the play action. Hauled in by Mooney, left side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Man in motion here.
69.
Working inside the red zone. Buying some time right. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Saints to the line now. First and 10.
Here we go, set, go.
It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. They're driving him closer and closer, Brock. This play made behind the line. They're now back at the 6. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Here we go. Hawks, go.
Throwing off the play fake. He throws a bullet to the center. Big gain downfield. Off to the races, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments?
What?
I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a show.
They give it to the back of the zone read. And he reaches the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6.
Saints 15.
Three quarters in the books from this one. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. They go play action. Here's Penix. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Second and 10. Penix to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. 3rd down, it's Penix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
In formation.
Breaks the tackle. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. First and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, he'll throw. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and then he's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on first down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two, it could have gone the other way.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Falcons bringing out an extra defensive back for third down. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he's going to be blocked out after reaching the 43. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's good for a Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On the draw, it's Pacheco. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Textbook hitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Looking to throw. It's complete. Play made by Cup. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints come through to tie it in the fourth. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Makes the score Saints 22, Falcons 21.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. Penix here from the gun. Risky throw, and it's intercepted. Danny Stutzman comes up with it.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Throw left side caught by Shaheed. And he gets back to the line, but no more. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Lewis in the pistol. Ooh, on him quick there. They bring him to the turf. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I can speak from personal experience on this one. That is the absolute worst nightmare as a quarterback. When you call that bootleg and you turn around and all you see is nothing but a big old defensive end, yeah, your interest switched from getting rid of the ball to a little self-preservation. Good job just simply hanging on to the football.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints clinging to a 1-point lead. The Falcons go a nickel, 3rd down. Back to throw it. Working the sideline, that's Palmer. And somebody finally able to force him out there, so he
quality gain, it will still wind up being fourth down.
Fourth down.
An important attempt coming up here for Jake Bates. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. Got all of it, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. Get some space around midfield. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And they take him down right along the 30.
And there's heat. That blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Firing quickly is Penix. Complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They gain 11 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Here he is to throw. Cut out left. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Penix is going to throw again. This one's caught. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Let's go. 70, tip of book. Trap 60, trap 60.
It's Penix yet again. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal.
79, ready. 65 cat, 65 cat.
And again, it's Penix. Fighting for the goal line, and he lost it. It's out. And the Saints get to it. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
Man, did those sidelines get loud. I think we all had to figure out what the heck was going on when we recovered the ball. But the minute they The defense gets it, Kate. Look at them. They save 6 points, and they get the ball back for their offense.
No timeouts remaining here, partners, so they can just run out this clock. Here's a design run. So fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter as it's a win for the Saints. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep.